Happy Halloween month. Such is the season. I've gotten pretty excited for the Court of the Dead Mourner's Call Kickstarter game to be released. I did back it. As far as I know, the last time I heard they were going to start shipping in November. Doesn't necessarily mean my copy will be shipped then, but I'm still quite excited about it. They do a lot of updates about the production and all the cool stuff that it comes with, so I've gotten pretty excited. Also, before I get into this, I wanted to do a bit of bragging, as is probably evident through some of my videos. I do work for a local newspaper, and I just go around my tiny county and look for interesting people and things to take pictures of. I didn't realize I had that so loud, I'm sorry. And what I do is, if it is a particularly interesting person, I'll get a brief interview with them, so I've got some stuff to write about next to the picture. With the October issue, last month, I did some research, wrote a tiny article and submitted it. Not expecting anything, because I am not technically a writer for the paper. But, let's see here. Did I pass it already? Oh, there we go. This entire page, short of that puzzle down there, that's all me. I'm excited and proud of this. I think it's pretty cool. And these pictures over here, this is primarily my area of the paper. Except for 2 photos. These are all mine. Something I'm proud of, though. Just thought I'd share. So I know that you've seen, well, somebody might have seen the Court of the Dead swag I've collected. Recently, we got this in the mail. Something I ordered for myself for the day of our birth last month. My faction kind of goes between Bone and Spirit. I was identifying with Bone for a while, but I've decided to go with Spirit. And we ordered this from their website, if I could pull it out here. Look at that. I think that's quite beautiful. I like the brush metal look to it. It is very solid metal. Plastic backers. I've had a bit of trouble with these. I'm going to order the metal ones from Amazon. And these are the images of other pins that you could get. This one is the Unity symbol of all the factions together. One next to it is Flesh, I believe. That one's Bone. And finally the Spirit. This is quite nice though. I like it a lot. I'd like it even more if they did coins of the factions. I think that would be brilliant. So, of course, I picked these up at Comic-Con. They had the scavenger hunt that I've talked about going on. And each time you stop by there and you tell them you did the Kickstarter backing, they give you one of these. So, I kind of did that throughout the week. And it was always the same person too, so it wasn't like I was talking to somebody different trying to get the same thing. This is the premium dealer set that I ordered online, also from Sideshow, yeah? And I know you've seen these before. Came with this huge dealer token, like, it's really heavy, look at how thick that is. The etching in it is just incredible. It's very, very deep. Beautiful. This is the deck of cards that it came with stunning artwork on the court cards. I guess you'd call them, Queen, King, Joker. Beautiful. Each of which are of the court cards are representative of various factions and characters in the Court of the Dead mythos. And finally, this has been shown before too. I'm just kind of showing off. During the scavenger hunt, you went to various different booths, and each one was selling something that had to do with Court of the Dead. I did buy their history book, I guess you'd call it, or whatever. And I also picked this up from a jeweler, I guess you'd call it, or whatever. I saw it, grabbed it immediately, and went to pay for it, not realizing how much it was. It was quite pricey, but I didn't realize until later that, pardon me, this is cast from bronze. At least that's what the stamp says. And I do like the color, so it's quite nice. And then for completing the scavenger hunt, they gave you this pin. It's pretty big too, nice and chunky. They have they've been doing it for a few years now. This is the first time I'd ever done it myself. I don't think I realized, but I'm guessing that it's probably. Well, I saw somebody with this pin, and it's had the Comic-Con stamp on it. It said Comic-Con 19 something. Or 2000 something, I'm sorry. Wow. That's a whole century ago. So in a couple weeks, I'll be going to a convention in Sacramento called Sinister Creature Con. There's going to be, it's all very horror-based and Halloween-themed. There'll be a mini reunion of sorts for the cast of Twin Peaks there, as there was in Comic-Con. I'm not sure if Kyle MacLachlan was at the Comic-Con reunion or not. But Ray Weiss, Rachel Lee, Sherilyn Fenn, who I adore. She was my first real celebrity crush, I guess. And I think one of the... I'm not sure if it's Kane Hodder. One of the gentlemen that played Jason Voorhees is going to be there. The Ladies of Evil Dead will also be there. I will be taking photos and video of that. Hopefully interviewing a few people. This is going to be personally for me. That other kind of stuff is mostly for my job, and it has to be local. Sacramento isn't quite local. But I guess this was a brief review and me showing off of the Spirit Pin from Sideshow Collectibles. Let's pull that out again. It's quite beautiful. I don't know why I'm so clumsy today. I'm sorry. I am excited for the release of this game. Hopefully I actually get to play it. The Kickstarter bonuses that you get for it, metal tokens and things like that, just look amazing. I'm very excited for it. I saw it under glass at Comic-Con also, so I'm really excited. I would like to pick up one of the statues someday. Indeed, those are also quite pricey, but rightfully so. Many of them are huge and just super detailed, but even if I could afford to get some of them, I just wouldn't have any place to display it properly. Those kind of things I would think of as a showcase piece, and yes, I would like to show it off. Now I've got a few statues, some up there. It's the very big Cheshire Cat statue. I've got a couple statues of Death and Dream. several in my basement, way too many in my basement. I've got a lot of busts and some Transformer statues and things of the like that I've just collected throughout the years, but I've never been able to display them. I always keep them in the boxes. So maybe someday I'll get a Court of the Dead statue. So happy Halloween. I'll probably be posting another video around a couple of weeks when I get back from Sinister Creature Con. Thanks a lot.